Let's get into it. It's crime o'clock, yeah, feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick-tock, won't stop, let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah, it's crime o'clock. Clock, clock, yeah. Typically new, neon signs glow, brick wall behind me. Headlines loud, but they never define me. They rush the story, skip the proof. I slow it down, let it show the truth. Files on deck, read every line. Timestamps matter, so does time. If it don't fit, I don't force the frame. Ask one question, whole story change. No fear my voice, no need to shout. Paper speaks when you read it out. If the math's off, I'll circle twice. Truth ain't loud, but it ain't nice. Yeah. Read it again. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah. It's crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Read it again. They sell a narrative if I sell receipts. Courtroom quiet, but the pages speak. Word for word, no added spin. Let it stand, yeah. Let that sink in. Screenshot save, timeline's tight. Missing pieces keep me up at night. If they say elected, I say why. If they say case closed, I say try. No rush here, we do it right. Truth don't bend for the likes of hype. If you came for noise, you in the wrong spot. This is evidence, this is crime o'clock. Clock, clock, clock. Stay with me. This isn't background noise. This is pattern recognition. This is documents. This is crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Say it with me now. Crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Typically unique. It's crime o'clock. Yeah. If you're here, you're early. If you're listening, you're paying attention. Show starts now.
Welcome back to Crime O'Clock on Typically Unique. Hello, hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Hello, Sally Port. Hello, G Bean. Jen 7S. Feathered Friends. Hello. We're going to introduce a new friend today. Apparently, it's trending on social media. I knew nothing about it. Hi, Blue-Eyed Butterfly. Hi, Michelle Turner. Hi, Jenna. Clint Spinster. Let's see. Well done, Twiz, for putting this old woman in her place last night. It was a thing of beauty seeing how flustered she was when he bodied her regarding the time of the phone network disconnection. Am I the old lady? I'm the cool old lady over here. And Twiz and I go way back. I love Twiz. So we can banter. We can banter. I've had him on our show before. His mission was actually at the beginning to change Carlos's mind. And I told Carlos last night, I think Twiz is starting to think more like you now. So you guys can clap away, critique away. It's okay. It's okay. Curious why it's necessary, but you know, it's Tuesday. Go have a taco. Taco Tuesday, everybody. Blue Devil, I hope I said hello to you. Chris Tat, hello, hello. Tim DeWulf, interview is extremely telling how those frats and the so-called close circle didn't give two shits about the deaths of their so-called friends. Yeah, the emotion in all the interviews, the urgency to help seems missing. Everybody that I've seen reacting to these latest interviews seems to agree that Kaylee McConkey had the most emotion. Sophia got emotional also. Yep. I agree with that. Mandy Gilliland, hello, hello. You're listening while you're taking care of your little ones. All right. Mods, we can go ahead and get rid of these people. We don't have negativity here. We are peace and love and happiness over here, right? Yeah, you go do that with the shit in your hands. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go do that instead. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hi, Astastic. Yeah. Sally Port, I hope I said good morning to you. Hi, Sylvia Hurley. You're baking a devil's food moose mirror glazed cake while listening. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. Get him out of here, G-Bean. Get him out of here. I think you guys have managing mod controls. Go have a taco. Carry on, feathered friends. Carry on. Hi, Curriculum and Crime. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I guess I can still see it. That's why. That's why. Hi, Reggie Shack. An old lady. I always say, listen, children. Oh, yeah. They come out. They're coming out of the woodwork over here. Hi, Yvette. Oh, I did not line up a comment of the day for today. Sorry about that. I had planned 2 shows over the last 24 hours since I was on here yesterday. Which was, I'm thankful that I did that because tomorrow I got to take my car into the shop. Just doing some, standard maintenance on it. So I'm going to go, I'll be on a little early tomorrow. So I'm glad I have the episode all planned out. If you guys don't know, just an update, the D4VD David Anthony Burke case has started their preliminary hearings today in Los Angeles, which is interesting because, so just super fast, D4VD was a very new rapper, music artist that debuted on social media, Twitch streaming, things like that. Got busted being involved with an underage girl because she went missing, and he was hanging out with her in person and on social media, and they found her body in his car. So there's lots of evidence, like that case, lots of evidence that they've shared. Imagine that. Imagine that. They have shared the condition of her body. They have shared videos, their timeline, how they know their timeline, things like this. So yeah, I have a lot of episodes about it. I was following it pretty close because we didn't know what happened to her, and there was speculations that, he would have been responsible. It was really weird. They went to a grand jury process, and I think they did that. This is just my thinking. It seems like they did that because people weren't cooperating as far as coming in to talk as witnesses, meaning his family members, his closest friends, things like that. So I think they used the power of the grand jury to force people to come talk. and they were able to get an indictment from that. But what I like about this is that, and I don't know how California is different from Idaho, but they're still doing a preliminary hearing. Maybe he didn't waive his right to a speedy trial. He's keeping the speedy trial process. I'm not sure about all those details, but I would be showing it right now, but it's not recorded. They're not allowed to have recording in the courtroom. So I do know that there are people that are out there covering it, but I can get those updates later. So I'll report on, I'll do it like the day after, like, you know, whatever happens today that we find out, I'll come back tomorrow and share. So yeah, that's that case. And then I was asked, if you guys let me know what you think, if we could adopt another little mascot, I don't know, at least temporarily. Where do I keep it? Have you guys heard about Jimothy? Let me know if you've heard about Jimothy. Here, I think I had to put it here. You guys can hear my notifications going off. Jimothy is a little critter, I'm gonna call him. I think I need to get on social. Usually I know this stuff, but this was a new one for me. Okay, I don't think I can make this any bigger, but yeah, I'll just let you listen. Oh, wait, this is off. Hello, sound.
What am I looking at? This was my first time seeing Jimothy, and I initially thought that he was a cat, and just got my phone out because I love cats. And then when he emerged from the car, I realized he definitely wasn't a cat. I didn't know about him. I guess other neighbors had seen him in the past, but this was my first time seeing him, and I'm the one who named him Jimothy. We literally just saw him and was like, he looks like a Jimothy. I think it's short spine syndrome, and I've heard from a few people that it's more common in dogs, but it can happen in raccoons. He's just sort of round and a silly little guy, and people just sort of need something silly and fun in their life right now.
What do you guys think about little Jimothy? I don't know. I made a comment that he looks like a monkey mated with a raccoon. I don't know. Oh my God. Yeah. But, you know, he's a cute little guy that got adopted, and I think we should follow him because everybody else is following him. Like I just put on YouTube. Let me see. Like there's news articles about him. Here, we'll get a better image. We'll get you a better image. Let me see. Play. Why my sound is
winning hearts and even giving back to the community. A peculiar little raccoon has taken the internet by storm, and now he's become an unlikely celebrity in Seattle. Fox 13's Lauren Donovan shows us how Jimothy is winning hearts and even giving back to the community.
It looks like he was squished up and hunched over.
Perched there on the fence post, this unusual yet adorable furball is none other than Jimothy. Yeah, you heard that right. He's got a name, and the internet has identified him as a short-spined raccoon.
It was pretty interesting seeing him run across the...
After posts began going viral, everyone is now searching back through their backyard cameras, trying to catch another glimpse of him. And in that, he's become somewhat of an international sensation.
Yeah, absolutely crazy that it has blown up worldwide.
No joke, even the Mariners have capitalized on the fanfare, including him in the beloved Salmon Run last week
Oh my God.
The thing about Jimothy is he is an elusive creature. Though you'll see him all over your social media feed, spotting him in person, now that is tricky. I did catch him though, however, immortalized in paint in this very corner of Ballard.
Aw.
I said we need our own Jimothy mural. He's normally hidden right behind our garbage can here, which we thought was the most appropriate place for a raccoon to be.
Rebecca Sorensen over at Ballard Clay couldn't help herself.
I think that he's, different. He's a little bit weird, a little bit funky. He's a lot like Ballard.
And across town, this oddball story has done some serious good by way of another muralist who's a local legend in his own right. Ryan Henry Ward, aka Henry, auctioned off this acrylic homage to benefit the Ballard Food Bank, pledging roughly $6,500 to those in need, all in the name of their neighbor Jimothy.
I think Jimothy has come to us at a time where everyone just needs something to rally around.
Do you think he will go down in history?
Oh, yeah. He'll be around for a long time.
Reporting in Ballard, Lauren Donovan, Fox 13 News.
And the local generosity is snowballing. Amazon.
All right. That is one protected raccoon right there. I love that story. So, yeah, I guess I didn't understand the whole story. So he's just kind of roaming free. And then there's like Jimothy sightings. We all need a Jimothy. I have a quote for the end of today from Jimothy. So, all right, let's get into today. So yesterday we listened to Sophia Whitehead and we listened to Kaylee McConkey. And I was making a list of who lived in the 1122 house the year before with Maddie. And of course, I had help from everyone who is in our Discord. I think Mama Bear 3 shared this photo with me a while ago. And of course, I forgot I had it saved, but we remind each other. We find it again. So let me make this bigger. Okay. So I knew I had this photo, but you always got to read everything on these photos. So first of all, this post is from Kendra Schumacher. It's on her Instagram. And I always try to look for the date. We got the date right here, December 5th, 2021. So that would have been the year before. And well, I'll come back to that. Okay, so here's the photo. So there are 6 girls in the photo. Ashlyn Couch is the second one, I believe. So the first girl is Ruby Simpson, black hair. Okay. Second girl, Ashlyn Couch. Third girl, she seems pretty tall, must be Haley Gabbard. Then there's Maddie. Then a brunette right here who also seems tall. That must be Sophia. So either Sophia, I can't remember. I thought Sophia was blonde. So maybe Sophia's on the end. And then we have this brunette here. So is that Kendra Schumacher not tagged in her own photo? So I'm not sure. Haley, Sophia, and Kendra. Kendra, right? Did I say the name right? Yep. Who they are. I'm sure you guys are yelling at me in the chat. The brunette is Haley. Sophia is on the end. I knew you guys would know. Okay, which one was Ruby? You said, no, that's Ruby. The middle girl tall is Ruby. Okay, who's the first girl on the left? They're tagged, but you can't tell which position they're in. But anyways, I mean, what's most important is that we have their names. Thank you, G Bean, for correcting. Sophia is on the end. Kendra was first. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Kendra, Ashlyn, Ruby. Maddie, Haley, Sophia. Did he get it right? But anyways, there's the names for you. Okay, so we got that. And one other thing that I wanted to clear up, the reports from, well, just I was able to go to the report 14, just if anybody's interested, Idaho State Police docs. Report number 14 would be Sophia Whitehead, because she says she lived in the room that blank is currently in. I don't know if that's Kaylee's room. Did she live in Kaylee's room? I'm not sure about all that. So then report 15. Hold on. This is why. Let me see. Hold on. All right, let's do this together. Let's do this together. I got to figure this out. Okay. So we're going to look at a couple reports, then we'll get into Tim DeWulf. We're going to get into Tim DeWulf, but we are doing some digging, some live digging today. And we've got some information about Tim DeWulf too to share besides the interview. One thing I found, it is extremely helpful to not only listen to the audio recordings that are coming out with the interviews, but to go back, listen to the interview, but then go back to the written report if you can find it and see what's in the written report, because sometimes they write things that are silenced in the audio. And that is the case with Tim. Timmy boy. Should we call him Timothy? We've got Timothy and Jimothy today. Okay, so let's start with 14. Okay, and is it showing up for you guys? Yep. Did I see Lori? Hello, Lori. All right. So this interview was at the ISP District 3 office in Meridian. Blank's mother was also present. Okay, so who took online classes? Was it Sophia that said that or Kaylee? She lived at the 1122 King Road house last year while in the, this must be Sophia, while in the sorority. So she was a Pi Beta Phi. She lived in the 1122 house, a Jimothy Substack. Oh my gosh. We'll start a Jimothy channel in our Discord. We'll have to post all the sightings. Okay, so we're saying that 14 is Sophia. She lived in the room that blank is currently in. Madison Mogan is the only one currently living in the house that was in the house last year too. Mogan was her best friend. She knew Xana Kernodle very well and became close to Kaylee Gonsalves. Mogan FaceTimed her that night. Was Sophia the one that got FaceTimed? Is it Sophie or Sophia? I thought it was Sophia. See, that's what I thought. I thought Kaylee got FaceTimed. Mogan FaceTimed her that night. 12:40 a.m. Moscow time. Mogan was at the corner club. The conversation was only about 40 seconds. So if Kaylee, see, this is why I'm double checking this, you guys. If Kaylee FaceTimed Kaylee McConkey, if she FaceTimed Maddie, then this must be Kaylee's report. And she said she lived in the room. That blank is correct. Let's see if there's more. Let's see if there's more clues. Mogan was with her friend blank. She communicated with Mogan every day. Mogan's boyfriend was Jake Schreiger. He was with blank's group of friends Saturday night at the bars in Boise. She was told by blank of a time at Winco. You know, this whole Winco story, you got to wonder where this originated from. Who started this story? This could be a rabbit hole, you guys. If someone wants a rabbit hole to go down to, who was can we trace all the interviews? Because I think this is important. I think this is another narrative that was put out there. Do we have Kaylee ever saying this, like in one of her TikToks or old TikToks, or I don't know, anything like that? I feel like someone put this out there and then everybody just kind of, I know that there was the group of friends that went to lunch with Kaylee and they said it was a conversation at lunch. So maybe that was maybe that's the origination. Okay. I'm not saying it's not true. I just think it's curious that we see this in every single interview, which is fine. But I mean, when you're doing interviews, you're looking for new information, right? You don't want to keep hearing the same information over and over. You're not getting anywhere. So when someone followed Kaylee out of the building to her car, there was also another time when all the roommates, they went out for a bit. And when they came back, the back door was open after being previously locked. She heard Gonsalves was walking her dog once and had seen someone hiding behind a garbage dumpster. Gonsalves felt someone had been watching her, and this was about a month prior. Blank had moved into the 1122 King Road house this semester. Her boyfriend was blank, lived in Boise. So this must be Dylan. She thought we should talk to maybe Quinn. I don't know. If you're talking about Quinn here, then maybe it's Quinn here. Last year, Kaylee originally told Bethany. Listening. Hi, Michelle. You're decorating. What are you decorating? Last year, her friend blank was contacted by a man she didn't know. Who told that story? This is Kaylee's interview. This is Kaylee McConkey's interview. Because Sophia was the one who said she was getting followed by the guy. Right, you guys? Hey, Dago. So I'm still thinking this is Kaylee McConkey's interview. Last year, her friend, Sophia Whitehead, was contacted by a man she didn't know. Okay, G-Bean, if this is Kaylee McConkey, she lived, can you guys get that out of the way? She lived at the 1122 King Road house last year. Kaylee McConkey. But she's not in that photo. Is she? I don't think so we have a discrepancy here is all I'm saying. Kaylee McConkey is saying that she lived in that house. Well, it says it right here. How do you know that, Chris Tat? How do we know that? It says right here, she lived at the 1122 King Road house last year. While in the Pi Phi or Beta Pi Phi, Pi Beta Phi, I know how to say it, Pi Beta Phi sorority. She lived in the room that blank is currently in. Oh, this must be a survivor, right? Bethany or Dylan? Did she live in Bethany's room? Because it says currently in. Maybe. All right, going on. Okay, this is about the guy following them. And that was Sophia. In her interview, Sophia was talking about the man. She kept seeing him. She saw him at the bar. He turned around and looked at her. She saw him on the street. The guy knew her name and her major. And Sophia kept seeing this man. He once came up to her at the corner club. He knew Mogan's major. Blank is still on the lease of the house. Sophia is the one that is still on the lease of the house. The guy was about their age. She did. Sophia lived there and Kaylee McConkey lived there. So did 8 people live in that house? Okay, let's back up for a second. Well, before I do that, okay, so if you guys can prove me wrong, but I'm using the docs, okay? So this is, let me get it good. I left all my good markers in the other room. We'll just do this. We don't want to be fancy. 14 is Kaylee McConkey. Okay. So let's go to 15. So let's go to 15 here. Can brighten it. Okay, see it good. Whoops. Okay. ISP 14 is Ruby Simpson. Maybe I got that wrong. Let me see. All right. Whoever 14 is the one who FaceTimed Maddie. Who FaceTimed Maddie? All right, we're going to figure this out right now. Sorry, you guys. We're doing we're confirming things right now. Let's get this straight. Give me 1 second. We're going to go to, oh, get that off there. Okay, I'm going to Kaylee's interview. Whoops.
It was Kaylee's, and then the tiny room upstairs that just had the window to the balcony was Maddie's.
Okay.
Maddie's the only one that lived there for 2 years, and she stayed in that. I was saying you can sit wherever.
Okay. Time is in about 12:53. So I'm Detective Miller, or you can call me James. And this is Lieutenant Catlin.
We're not watching this whole interview. I just want to clear up. I want to be absolutely sure. One of the things I was trying to figure out was who lived in the house the year before. And some other things. So just listening to see if what Kaylee is saying here matches 14 or not.
So real quick, let me. So is that your cell number that I called you on?
Yeah.
Okay. And you recently graduated from U of I?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay.
Well, that's when I left Moscow. Technically, I graduated. I don't know if that matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's saying you graduated, and she said, well, technically I left Moscow. So I'm wondering if that's where she's saying the online classes. I'm not sure, because on report 14, it says she takes online classes and lives in Boise. I'm not sure. Let me keep listening.
Are you from down here? Or are you from up there? Or? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're here obviously about all the stuff that happened up there last weekend. Who of the victims did you know?
All four.
You knew all four of them.
I was in Wi-Fi. Maddie was my best friend. I was close to Xana for like the year before I ended up leaving or like graduating, and then I like talked to her every now and then. Like when I go up to Moscow, I had like just seen all of them for homecoming in October, and then I know Kaylee through Maddie because they were like childhood best friends, and I had met Ethan once through Xana.
Okay.
And yeah, nice.
Did you know the two survivors?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know them as well because they
Okay, the beginning of this interview does not seem to be matching number 14. 16 is Kaylee McConkey. I have 16. Give me 1 second. So maybe there were 2 FaceTime calls to Maddie that night. That's another thing that we can source out. I don't think she said she just met Ethan that night. I think this girl here, Kaylee, was not in Moscow that night. She was in Boise. Yeah, 16. Okay, so thank you, you guys. So 14, we're saying, is Ruby Simpson. 16 matches Kaylee McConkey. Kaylee McConkey says she received a FaceTime call from Mogan the night of the homicides at approximately 1:50 a.m. So see, there's more than one FaceTime between these girls and Maddie. So I think that's important information. So if any of you are like tracking things, Maddie, I got Maddie's timeline here. Let me get it out. Maddie FaceTimed Kaylee McConkey. Oh, I already wrote that on there at 1:50. Okay. So then we don't have Ruby Simpson's interview yet, right? That's coming. Ruby Simpson is coming. Okay. So at 12:50, Maddie received a FaceTime. And we think it's from Ruby Simpson. Okay. All right. I just wanted to look into that and clarify that. Thank you, guys. It is hard to keep all this stuff straight. So, okay. So if you're looking for, sorry, Kaylee McConkey or Ruby Simpson or Sophia Whitehead, those are reports 14, 15, and 16. I have some things highlighted, so I'm just looking real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, one of the things that was redacted in Kaylee McConkey's audio that we didn't get to hear yesterday, Kaylee McConkey is the one that said she knew about the text messages from Kaylee and Maddie to Jack Decor saying, bro, what the fuck, wake up. She's the one that said that. So I think because that came out in an interview that they let us see those text messages. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. That's 15. I'm going to put those aside. All right. So 10. All right, I'm going to show you guys a connection. I'm going to show you guys a connection from, I've been sharing a lot about the Delts, okay? And now we've got these girls living in 1122. And now we're kind of shifting back over to Sigma Chi, like the Sigma Chi guys. Oh, the other thing, this is what I wanted to show. Kaylee McConkey said that Jack Showalter was in her fam, right? Let me know in the chat. Do you remember hearing that Jack Showalter was in Kaylee McConkey's fam? Okay. A fam is your bigs and littles. And when we listened to Mason Barstow's interview, he told, I think it was him, he told us all about how that works, right? That they would have special get-togethers with just the fam. So it would be you and all your littles, and you would be the only ones invited, okay? So, this is what we found out from Mason Barstow. Oh my gosh. 1 second. I gotta turn it on. There we go. Maybe. There it is. Can't get it to show up. The inspector was not cooperating. What was the other word we gave as a name? The inspector. suspector. The suspector. Hi, Bubbly. How are you? Hi, Kate. Good to see you. Okay, so Mason Barstow. This is how a fam works, okay? So Mason Barstow was the president. No, he was the vice president, I think. The vice president of the Delts in 2022, okay? And he had 3 female littles. Xana was his little. I could not figure out the second one, but we figured out through documents and stuff that it was Kaya Pruitt, who was a Gamma Phi, something Gamma Phi, I don't know. Kaya Pruitt. And then Sailor Kelly, is that her last name? Sailor lived in the Whites with Kayla Newen. So Mason here has 3 littles that are female, and they're also in 3 different sororities. And when I drew this out, I was like trying to figure out like, are they trying to reach out to, is there a purpose for needing to get into different sororities? Now, here's the connection. He's a Delt. She's a Pi Phi. Her little is Ethan. He's a Sigma Chi. So now they're all in the same family. So that means you're supposed to have a close relationship, but they don't. Like Mason, when he gave his interview, he didn't even know who these 2 were. Then why do this? Why are they doing this? So for some reason, they need to have these associations. And then Xana, she had someone named Jordan, but I think she's a Pi Phi. I think she's a female. And you can see how it just would go on and on and on. And it would also go up and up and up. I really want to find out who is Mason Barstow's big. That would be interesting. But for today, I just wanted you to see that we have a Delt connected to a Sigma Chi. Okay, there's a connection. And one of the victims, 2 of the victims. So let's look at Sigma Chi. Kaylee, yes. Did that. Okay. I started a list of Sigma Chi people. You guys can help me fill it in. Where's my clipboard? Okay. So the president was Reed Ofston. Do we have an interview from him yet? Do you guys? I thought I saw that we had an interview. All in the Family. Oh, that old show. Yeah. Yep. Hi, Sudie Vasic. Hello. Jeremy Clemens, Kelvin Cobley. His interview, I thought, was very telling. He's the one that said Ethan had issues at his apartment. He's the one that went, like that. Outcast has it. Okay. I don't think I've listened to that one yet. Thank you, Ro. Drew Giac, Wesley Rebeck, he had an interview. So here's the interviews. All right. So Reed has an interview. Kelvin has an interview. Peter Elgoriaga, he has an interview. We know Ethan's a victim, and we have a written report, I think, from Hunter, right? But that's it. Let me know in the chat what Sigma Chi's I'm missing. I'm sure I know there's I have names, but I'm trying to write down like the important names. So we'll keep adding to this. Let me show you some photos I have of the Sigma Chi's, and then we'll get into the interview. They have a good Instagram page. The Delts have a good Instagram page. And where do I want to go? Here. I put a red flag by the frats. Sigma Chi has a good Instagram page. All right, here is a photo. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Yes. These are just random Sigma Chi photos, okay, you guys? Random Sigma Chi photos. So I'm not sure if Mama Bear shared this. I can't remember who shared this, but thank you. It's in our Discord. These are some Sigma Chi guys. They're in the lodge, it looks like. You can see the Sigma Chi symbols. It's on the wall right there, real big. I'll blow up their faces here. Some of them look familiar. But look what that guy's holding. Look at the second guy in the gray hoodie. Look what he's holding right there. Right? So interesting. This photo did not have a date on it. Now, they do have this guy's got boots on. Like, were they just out, were they hunting? Like, what were they doing? I don't know. But he looks like he's in a stance also. Like, look at his stance. I don't know. This guy's got a fist. It's weird. So a date for this would be really interesting. Oh, I thought this was interesting too. This was the Dean's List. The Dean's List for, what's the date? 2023, February 6, 2023. So the semester after, Kim, look at Bubbly's post. Are you serious? Is this photo on their Instagram page? Like, where did you look at it from, Bubbly? That's interesting. It's the disappearing knife. Yeah, sometimes I'm looking away from chat, you guys. So if I miss anything important, please let me know. Let me pull this up so I can see. Sorry, not now. I can watch the live chat. It helps me. Okay. Make sure I'm not on top chat. Make sure you guys aren't on top chat. All messages. Okay. So on the Dean's List, listen for these names. Conrad Harrison, we have an interview from him. Jack Kadovich, Jaden Shepard, Kelvin Cobley, Kyle Fry, Timothy DeWulf, Trent Gwynn, Wesley Rebeck, John Gehring, Jacob Ferris, all on the Dean's List. .4.0. go Jack Katovich 4.0. All right. So Tim DeWulf is the one in his report that the written report, the officer asks him about his girlfriend. Oh, I didn't grab that one. 53, right? All right. We'll look at it after the interview. And Tim says, like, I don't feel comfortable answering that question. And the officer's like, well, could you tell me why? And he said, out of respect for Ethan. Now, there are people that have found lots of photos of Madison Kennedy here. So if you didn't, I'm Madison Fitzgerald. I do that all the time. I'm sorry. Madison Fitzgerald. If you don't know, Madison Kennedy, and help me out, you guys. What's the third triplet? They're triplets, you guys. I remember when Dago and his mods and I, like when we were all figuring that out, we were like, are you serious? Another set of triplets? Madison Fitzgerald, Kennedy Fitzgerald, and who was the third one? Lauren. Thank you. I did not see Loach. I do have a photo of him. It just wasn't yet. So this is Madison, okay? And it says, happy 21st birthday to our sweetheart, Madison Madness Fitzgerald. So her nickname is Madness, and she was the Sigma Chi sweetheart. So there she is. Then we have, this was, now I did like this because Ethan is in this photo, and Sigma Chi posted this photo giving their condolences and expressing their grief over Ethan. So it was nice to see a post like that. Then we have, what is this doing? Okay. Okay. Oh, look at this, you guys. Let's see the date. Let's look at the date. Look at the date. This is, oh no, I have the date. I need to go back and look at it. I had the date on this. I'm pretty sure this was before the crime. This was before the crime, and Sigma Chi had a biannual scholarship dinner. Okay. I want to say this was like November 9th or something like that. Yeah, we put a subscribers only mode on. So all you got to do is click that subscribe button. One Can Leanne sending a star. Thank you so much. Thank you. Look who's in the photo, you guys. You see who's right there in the middle? Can you tell who that is? It's Scott Green. Scott Green was at the biannual scholarship dinner with the Sigma Chi's, and they said, special thank you to President Scott Green for his gracious attendance tonight. He shared a lot about his path to success and following his tips. We hope to stand where he stands one day. Interesting. When I went to college, I knew the name of our president, and that was it. I don't think I ever saw her one time in 4.5 years. But I also was not in a sorority. Hunter Johnson is the other one with Sigma Chi. He's wearing an alumni shirt. What? Oh, this was a parents' weekend photo with the that's why I wanted to show that one. Okay. So look at Ethan here, you guys. This was the week before. So this is the weekend before. And a lot of people have been looking at that photo on the Linda Lane camera of the 3 people, 2 guys and a girl walking into the Linda Lane apartment. And I think the hairstyle, the mustache, full face, looks very resembles Ethan in that photo. So I just wanted to share that. Let me know if you agree in the chat. Hunter Johnson is in the other one with the Sigma Chi. He's wearing an alumni shirt. I don't know what other one. Did I show it? All right, you guys were asking about David Barakoa. So, here is a big and a little. Dalton Arnzen. He would be the one on the left, correct? Left. And David Barakoa on the right with the curly hair glasses. So they are big and little. Big and little. Big and little. Okay. Here is Madison Fitzgerald again. She's their sweetheart. And this was 2020. This was after the murders. And looking for her sorority. Kappa Gamma. She must be Kappa Gamma. Where's my list? Kappa Gamma. Here it is. So Madison Fitzgerald. Kappa Gamma. I don't know if I found that house yet. We found lots of the sorority houses on our map. Oh, I already showed that. Okay, now this is an important photo. So pledge class. Okay. I thought I had a different photo of this. I can't get this any bigger. Can I open it in another? Nope. Oh, wait, right here. Let me see. Someone said, look what I found. Who's this? Ethan and who is that? Who's in the photo with Ethan, G Bean? I can't tell. Uh-oh, we got some memberships from Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Let me look at that. I never even got this started. Ha 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 ha. Live. There we go. Let me see if I can. Oh, wait, I can see it right here. Memberships. Kate Aretti, Sophie 555, Lost Faith 5, Goter 6, Tina M4. Welcome to the peeps. Welcome to the coop. Thank you, Michelle. We appreciate you. So generous. Whenever I pause when I'm talking, it's because I'm like thinking, looking, reading, doing all kinds of things. Let's see. Which one? I can't remember.
Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. Baby girl ass jiggle like she want more.
I can't play This Is How We Do It or Stir Fry. I think I have to make them shorter clips. I got flagged yesterday.
Red flag. Red flag.
Not a red flag.
Yeah, wait a minute. Get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big step off.
Thank you, Dago. 5 more memberships. Poodles and True Crime. JP is probably going to be very mad about that. I don't think he's a fan over here anymore, but you're welcome back, JP. You're welcome back. I don't know what happened. The Revealing Truth Now, Angela Kerrigan and Boricua 50. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Dago.
Yeah, wait a minute. Get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big step off.
I love that one too. I love that one too. Now, all right. I'll just read this to you. I think it's short, but ISP document number 10. Number 10. I've got papers everywhere. You guys, if you know the document, you know what I'm going to say. ISP number 10 says that somebody from Ethan's pledge class went to the house after the party. After the party. So we have to ask ourselves, what party? Here it is. What party? Okay, it's very short, very short. On November 18th, 2022 at 2:30 p.m., they interviewed somebody. Does it say where? It doesn't say where they did the interview in. So it's a girl. This girl is part of the blank sorority at the University of Idaho. She knew Ethan Chapin through his blank fraternity. So she knew him through the fraternity. She got to know Xana through Ethan. She didn't know Kaylee or Maddie very well. She knew Chapin and Kernodle for 1.5 years. She currently lives at the sorority house and had never been to the 1122 King Road house. Okay. I don't know what sorority this girl is. She was at the blank fraternity house on Saturday night, November 12th, for a party. Chapin and Kernodle were at the party. She had never heard of any sort of stalking incidents. She was with Kernodle until 2 a.m. She took a picture with Kernodle and walked home. Chapin and Kernodle remained at the party. She had no further contact with them. Kernodle had been dating Chapin for about a year. Everyone had a crush on Kernodle. She heard blank was at the 1122 King Road house after the blank party. Blank is a blank and a PC brother of Chapin, pledge class. So, you guys, if you're new to the channel, please don't think this is my first time reading these documents. Okay. They are well highlighted and marked on. I have gone over this document in the past. Okay. We're bringing things back out again and again to make connections, and dig further. Okay. Okay. Dago, what are you doing? Did you do 5 more? What am I missing? Thank you. I missed that one, though, to see who got them. Let me see if I can back up. Let me back up. Oh, wait, that was JP's. I got that one. I got that one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I looked down for a minute and looked up, and I'm like, what is going on? Thank you so, so very much. Yeah, that's why, because Jacqueline Beliveau was the one that we know took a photo, right? Took a photo. And so I'm thinking this report is her. But who, like, and we're waiting for Jacqueline's interview. I think Jacqueline's interview is coming. I think it's coming. Thank you, Dago. One is enough. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. That was so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Hemi. So is she talking about after the Sigma Chi party and a pledge class brother of Chapin? So I have a question about this. I'm not going to solve it right now, but is your pledge class only in your fraternity, or is it every single fraternity who pledged that same year? I'm curious about that. And then let me see what this says. I can't read these names. This is not, I think I have my own, I thought I had my own photo. Huh. Okay. His pledge class, Kyle Fry, Luke something, Matthew, can you believe someone has the last name Manson? Matthew Manson, Ethan Chapin. I can't read that name. Barry Ernst, I don't know. Darius Myers, Kai Johnson, Wesley Rebeck, Hunter Chapin, John Gehring, Jaden Shepard, Jack Howell, Conrad Harrison, Ryan Moffitt, and Tim DeWulf. Somebody, I think, was at the 1122 house. The girl that I'm talking about is Jacqueline Beliveau. Jacqueline Beliveau. And Jacqueline Beliveau said she took a photo of Xana before Jacqueline left Sigma Chi. Yep. So I just wanted to cover all Sigma Chi things. That I like, just the photos and stuff. Okay. So now we're going to listen to Tim DeWulf and we'll see what he says about that night. Do you think he's going to show emotion? Is this going to be another no emotion? Oh my gosh, what am I looking for? There. So first of all, this was a phone interview. A phone interview. The kid sounds like he's laying in bed during the interview. He sounds like he had a rough night. I know I'm not sharing it yet. Share. All right, let's listen for, of course, what he says. I always, when there's redactions, when there's silence part, I always listen for like, what did they ask right before the silence part? Over the phone, like call him up and say, hey, Tim, this is a very important matter. I need you to schedule an interview and come in and speak to us. Okay. This is another one of those sit up straight and talk like an adult interview. Like they should have said that to a lot of the people that were interviewed. It's very frustrating, in my opinion, the way this kid talks.
Hello. Hey, my name is Brady Walker. I'm a detective with Idaho State Police. I'm trying to get a hold of Tim. Yeah. Hey, man, do you have a few minutes to chat?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, so reason I'm calling you is I don't have a ton of context, but I did. It sounds like from what I can gather that you had some text conversations with Ethan the night everything happened.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I don't. No.
What's that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Were you guys in this? I guess did you know Ethan?
I did. Yeah, he's my.
Okay. How long had you guys been?
Okay, just so you guys know, there is a girl. I can't remember who it was. I think we were talking about this in the Discord. There's a girl who says that Tim was texting. I thought it was a girl. Somebody said Tim was texting Ethan that night. It's in a report. And then here is Tim going, I didn't text him. Do you think they took Timmy's phone? Do you think they took his phone? We all know the answer to that one. Yeah, he just said, I didn't text Ethan. Nope, nope, nope. And instead of pushing, the investigator just switches topics. Let's just switch topics because it's not like we're trying to figure out information about why Ethan was killed that night, right?
A year and a half. This is third semester.
Okay. Were you guys like fairly close or just associates, or I guess how would you
Thank you, Pooh Bear. First towards our goal today. I really, really, really appreciate that, you guys. I'm going to be having an expensive FOIA bill coming up whenever they do the official amount. Thank you for that.
Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. Baby girl ass jiggle like she want more.
Very thankful, appreciative. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We all help each other out. So it'll go to FOIAs one way or another. One way or another.
describe yourselves?
Oh, and just so you guys know, I had 2 people Venmo me so that I could pass it along to Connor. And I did that yesterday. So Connor got those in his PayPal. And I reached out to him again today just to see how much more he owed, but I haven't heard back. So.
Yeah, we were pretty close. He's one of my best friends.
Okay. Tim, obviously, before we go any farther, I know I'm calling you for a horrible reason. It sucks that this is how we have to chat, and I don't even have the words to express how shitty this is, man. I get it. So I want that to be clear, man. I know you're going through a pretty hard time, and I'm aware of that. We're just trying to put all the pieces together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, were you with Ethan at all that night or the day before?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay. What were you guys doing that night?
We were just in our lodge.
Okay.
Having a party.
And that's where?
That's Mackay.
Okay. Can you just walk me through what just your guys' interaction that night?
I don't really. He like came and go. I don't know. Just say what's up, Ethan, or whatever. And then it's not like we never really talked that much that night. Cause I was off doing my own thing.
Okay. What were you doing? Like you were you at a different party?
Yeah, I was just hanging out with my girlfriend.
Okay. Who's your girlfriend?
Okay, so if I go to his report, I forgot to grab it. When you go to his report, the written report, at this moment, he's saying, I don't feel comfortable talking about that. And the officer says, like, why? And he says, well, out of the respect for Ethan. Why does his girlfriend have anything to do with Ethan? I have talked about this before. The only thing that would affect Ethan is if it was Maisie or Xana. Those are the only two things that would affect Ethan. Or if it was Hunter, okay? If it's not a girlfriend, if it's a boyfriend, he doesn't want to say that it's a boyfriend. Let's just throw Hunter in the mix. So either he was dating Madison Fitzgerald for a long time and just started, was he cheating on Madison? I don't know. But I don't think Madison Fitzgerald is going to be a reason to affect Ethan. It has to be Maisie or Xana. I don't know. Your radar is not going off on this guy. I just had to, equality, Brian. I just had to be all inclusive, right? I mean, let me know what you think, but it's got to be Maisie or Xana. Which one are you leaning towards? I should start a poll. Do you think it's Maddie or Xana? Let's do that real quick. Not Maddie, Maisie. Maisie or Xana. Xana did keep sneaking off, and Ethan was getting those text messages. You're getting cheated on. You're getting cheated on. Was it Timmy boy here with Xana? I don't know. Were all the times when they were separated, was she with Tim? I'm just throwing ideas out there because based on what we heard. Who was with Tim? I should call him Timothy. Timothy. Ooh. Okay. So anyways, that's probably like the 500th time you guys have heard me like go on a rant about this. We've something's got to come out sometime to let us know, right? Probably Maisie's interview. Do you think Maisie's interview? Oh, it's redacted. It's still redacted. Let me speed it up.
The reason we're doing this is okay. Well, hey, listen, man. The reason we're doing this is we're just trying to put together all the pieces of everything that happened that night, and so like talking to friends, talking to family, and people who he was around and that sort of thing. That just really helps us kind of get a picture,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's rough, man. I really do.
It's okay.
We're trying to do right by everybody here who shouldn't have died that night,
Yeah.
So we're just trying to get to the bottom of it. You said it was Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that spelled like normal Matt or how exactly?
Yeah. Normal Matt.
Wait a minute. Madison. He just said Madison. You guys listen, I'm going to play it again. Listen.
You said it was Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that spelled like normal Matt or how exactly?
Yeah. Normal Matt.
Like.
Why does Madison affect Ethan? G Bean says, Kim, what if Tim and Maisie were hooking up and he cheated on her with Madison and she found out and that's why she was so up? Now that makes more sense. That makes sense. I mean, there's something. Not a love triangle, though, you guys. Not a love triangle. Maisie was upset. Yeah, I'm writing all this down to like make sense of it, but I like that thinking, J Bean. I like that thinking. Possible.
Yep.
Okay. And where were you guys?
We were at some Mackay.
So at the same.
Most of the night. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay. Where'd you guys go from there?
And then she went to bed early, and then me and a couple of my buddies went over to the Whites. I don't know if you know where that's at.
Yeah, it's been a second since I've been in here. Do you know the address for that? Who's so you said Matt went to bed and you went over you and some buddies went to the Whites?
Yeah.
Okay. Who'd you go to the Whites with? Okay. What time about did you get there, do you remember?
Probably like 1:30. It was really late.
Okay. And whose room or what room number did you get up to?
Jeez, I don't.
Okay. So you got them into the whole complex? That specific apartment or the whole complex?
Yeah, that specific apartment.
Okay. So you got there around like 1:30.
Yeah.
Okay. What we're just like continuing the party or hanging out or what?
Yeah, we were just hanging out because we weren't tired.
Okay. And I guess this something I'm telling everybody as we talk to them. I don't know how old you are, Tim. I honestly I don't care if I discover that you were drinking alcohol or that other people were. That's really not the relevancy of what we're dealing with, you know. So like, if I, for instance, like we discover that people, they smoked weed yesterday or they drank and they're not 21. I literally don't care and nobody does. We're obviously looking at something a lot bigger, you know. So like, I don't want an apprehension or a fear of like, I don't know, admitting to a cop that you drank. I don't want that to like prevent us from finding out what we need to know. So like, it's kind of a free zone in that respect, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. How long were you at the?
I want to say it was probably like 2 hours.
Okay. Do you remember like what time you left? About pretty close.
Yeah, I think we probably left around like 3:30 in the morning.
All right. And where'd you go from there?
We just went straight back to Sumika.
All three of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Was anybody else? I guess. Well, let me back up. So you went there with James, right?
Yeah.
Who was it? You remember who was at the when you got there?
Yeah, there was the people that live there and like 2 girls that I don't really know very well.
Okay. Who's the dudes?
Like,
What's that?
Okay, this is important information. I think I see a lot of you in the chat making comments like, you know, and I keep pointing out everybody like around 1:30. Okay, so supposedly the Sigma Chi party ends at 1. We got Peter saying he's leaving. Him and his girlfriend are leaving around 1:30. Tim is putting himself with I believe the two other guys are Trent, Gwynn, and Jaden Shepard. Is that correct, you guys? And we got that from another interview. There's a Trent Gwynn interview. We hear lots of noise, which sounds like some fighting and yelling and, you know, at that 1:30 time period on the Linda Lane camera. Who else? We've got Bethany and Dylan saying that they are leaving Kennedy Fitzgerald's house in either walking back to 1122 or taking a Sobro. You know, there's lots of on this quiet night. Remember, you guys, it was a quiet night. Hey, Seahawks fan, keep that in mind. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. I've been getting some digs about that lately. Yeah, lots of students out at this time. So this is important, what he's saying. And he's talking about the whites, okay? I think the whites, my personal opinion is lots of in my opinion, any information about the whites has been withheld. If there's any video footage, it's withheld. It took us forever until these interviews came out to find out who lived actually at the whites. Where's the rack? Like, even now he's talking about who lives at the rack. Is it a Sigma Chi apartment? Like an outhouse apartment type thing. He made this seem like a regular activity. When a Sigma Chi party ends, we all go over to the rack and we hang out. But there were a couple girls there. So as we listen to this part, if you think you know who any of these names are, please drop them in the chat.
One of these names is last name. Yeah.
Do you know his last name?
No. Ernie, I don't know his last name.
Okay. Do you have his phone number by chance?
His phone number?
Yeah. Okay. What about the other dude there?
Okay, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? So the officer's not asking if that guy lives there, did he? He just said who was there. Let me see. This is important. Okay, right here.
Right?
Yeah.
Who was it? You remember who was at the when you got there?
Yeah, there's the people that live there and like two girls that I don't really know very well.
Okay. So who was at the rack when you got there? Okay. So the people that live there and two girls. So the people that live there plus two girls is what he's saying.
Okay. Who's the dudes?
Like,
is anybody else bothered? I just got to take a time out for a minute. Is anybody else bothered by the way the officers are questioning a lot of these students. Like, instead of it being a serious situation, like, come in, sit at the table, I have some questions to ask you. They're like, what other dudes were there? What other dudes were there? Like, they're talking to them like the police are afraid of the college students. I'm sorry, that is what they are acting like. They're acting like, I have to talk like you, a 20-year-old. Now, maybe that's their tactic. They're talking like it's a friendly, it's a too friendly conversation, in my opinion. Now, I agree. It's like teaching, honestly. Like, I have to be personable enough as a teacher to connect with the students, but you have to not cross the line of being their buddy, being too much of a pushover, or letting them have power and control over the situation. It can go horribly wrong. And that's how I'm just seeing this. Like, I feel the officers are being too much that way, and they're not getting the answers they need. That's how I feel. And I see a lot of you are agreeing with me. Thank you. All right, let me get this back up there.
What's that?
One of his name is his last name. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know his last name?
No. Ernie, I don't know his last name.
Okay. Do you have his phone number by chance?
His phone number? I
Yeah.
do not.
Okay. What about the other dude there? Do you have his number?
I might, yeah.
Okay. Would you mind looking real quick?
Yeah.
Cool.
So Tim knows one of the guys, and he has his phone number. Another guy that lives at this apartment, he knows his name, but not his last name, and he doesn't have any contact information. Tim supposedly goes to this apartment all the time. I'm getting the vibe that maybe the people who live at the rack aren't college students. That's just kind of the vibe I'm getting. What do you guys think? He might know a lot, G Bean, but he's not sharing. Curriculum and crime. I figured you were probably a teacher too. You teach special ed middle schoolers. I did that for 2 years, I believe. Good for you. Good for you. That's a tough position. You can't let them have control. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, come on. What's going on here? It's not even redacted. We're hearing noises. What are we hearing? What are we hearing?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I kind of forgot. Do you have, can I get Jaden and Trent numbers too?
Yeah.
Cool. Can I get Jaden and Trent numbers too? I kind of forgot. Do you have, can I get Jaden and Trent numbers too?
Yeah.
Cool.
He said he wanted Jaden and Trent's numbers too.
And I probably spelled Jaden. Can you just make sure I spelled Jaden? that was Shepard, right?
Yep.
Okay.
This is Jim.
The rack is at the White's apartment building.
Perfect. And you got two? Perfect. And you got two? Perfect. And you got two? And you got two?
Who's he saying there? Travis?
I think so.
And it was, can you make sure I spell his last name right?
What is wrong with this kid? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your close friend was murdered in a horrible way. Pooh Bear, I will see. There's a lot of people have put in a lot of requests and we have them listed on lists. So I will see and I will let you know. I have a feeling it's probably requested already, but I will double check. Thank you for that.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Wait, who are you guys saying is whispering? Who's whispering? Someone else is there? Who? Faint whispering. You can hear his girlfriend whisper, good. Oh, you think like his girlfriend's right there with him? Could be. You think Maddie is with Tim? What made you guys think that? Just because you heard the voice? Ooh, you guys are good. What do you think she was saying good about? The rack is a unit of one of the it's an apartment at the Whites. Yep.
Did you, and I might have forgot, did you live in the same building as Ethan?
I did not know.
Okay. Do you know who his roommates are?
At the time,
Yeah.
I think he lived by himself.
Well, I mean, like he had his own place.
Yeah, he had his own place.
Okay, cool. Okay, and you didn't have any text or Snapchat or whatever conversations that night with Ethan?
I did not know.
Okay. Help me. All right. So when you went back to Sigma Chi, did you happen to walk past or go by the crime scene at all?
I did. We just went straight out and then straight across to Sigma Chi.
Okay.
But yeah.
So can you help me? I guess since I think I'm picturing the map right in my mind, but can you just explain the route how you went back?
So you walk out the door of the apartment, you walk down the stairs of the apartments, and then there's a parking lot. And then the road is connected to the parking lot. Not King Street, but like that. I don't know what that other road is. And then you just go straight to Sigma Chi. Like there's no buildings you have to pass.
Okay.
Just walk across the grass and then go to.
Okay. So hang on, I'm looking at a map real quick. I just want to make sure I have the right thing in mind. Let me get my Zoom thing.
I backed it up because I want to hear the question, and then I'm going to speed through the silence, okay? We can't even hear the question?
You have to pass.
Okay.
Just walk across the grass. And you just go straight to Simcoe. Like, there's no buildings you have to pass. Not.
Uh-huh.
You walk down this. So you walk out the door of the apartment. You walk down the stairs of the apartments, and then there's a parking lot.
Uh-huh.
And then the road is connected. Like
Okay.
this.
So there's 3 floors at the Whites. So this officer did not even clarify, were you on the 2nd floor or the 3rd floor? How many flights of steps do you go down? That's what I was listening for, to see if I could figure out where the apartment was. Ridiculous. Oh my God, we can't even hear the question. I wanted to hear the question, and this is a long redaction.
Thing. That makes sense with what I'm looking at here. I'm just trying to get, make sure we're talking about the same thing. One sec. Okay. And did the 3 of you guys go back together?
Yeah.
All right. And are you at Sigma Chi, do you have your own room with like common areas, or do you like share rooms?
It's like our Sigma Chi is like an apartment style, so we actually all live in the same apartment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, do you have like your own bedroom?
No, they have to climb up in a loft. Do you guys remember when we watched? I showed the inside of Sigma Chi, their tour. They have a common room that they can hang out in, and then they have to climb a ladder to a loft, and it's just a bed, and a bed. Like literally, like not even a bed, a mattress thrown on the floor with 2 walls on both sides of the mattress. Like that's what they have. That's what they have at Sigma Chi. And it makes perfect sense because the one we saw had 3 beds up there. So literally there's no door. You don't have your own private door on where you sleep. It's open. And that's what he's describing. That's what he's describing. So doesn't it kind of would make sense, and I hate to talk about this, but if everybody's out at parties, so he shares a room with Trent and Jaden are out partying and he's hanging out with his girlfriend in the room, like that would make sense, like nobody around maybe. Silence.
Okay, that's all right.
We couldn't even hear the question he asked.
Okay, that's all right. So, so about 3:30, you leave the Whites, go back to Sigma Chi. Were your other roommates home when you got there?
Yeah, everyone was asleep though.
Okay. And then so after you got back to your place, what'd you do then?
I think I made some food and then I went to bed.
Do you remember about what time you would have crashed?
Probably around
5 a.m. the report says. 5 a.m. He was up till 5 a.m.
All right. So you said obviously you're pretty close with Ethan, yeah?
Yeah.
How long had he and Xana been dating?
Since before summer, so like before school got out.
We have
last
not
year.
heard from him yet.
So probably like 7 months.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
6 months, maybe.
Okay. And do you know how often would he stay over there with Xana?
Often.
Like, I mean, I know nothing's definite, but like once a week, 5 days a week, like every night, what are you thinking? Like on average, just kind of like an estimate, you know what I'm saying?
Estimate, I'd say probably like 6 times a week.
Okay.
I honestly don't know for sure, but that seems about right.
Sure. So, because it was obvious that they were really close, you know.
Yeah.
It seemed like did the relationship seem pretty good?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So was it kind of those like, hey, I keep my apartment because I keep my stuff there, and that's where I get my mail, and where everyone thinks I live, but I'm pretty much just crashing with my chick most of like 6 nights a week, except for this. Okay. When would he not stay there? I guess what would cause him to stay at his own place or stay elsewhere?
Maybe because school, he had an early class. I didn't really know his schedule that much because he wasn't living in the fraternity, so I didn't know when he had class. And
yeah.
So maybe if he had an early class, he'd just stay home.
So pretty much he just, I mean, except for keeping his stuff there, he pretty much lived with Xana.
Yeah.
Okay. So you and Ethan were at the same Sigma Chi party, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where Ethan went after he left? Well, let me back up. Do you know when Ethan left the party?
I do not know.
Okay. When did you find out that Ethan wasn't there anymore, if you remember?
I don't. I don't know.
Sure. And hey, man, I get it. If there's something that you don't remember, I'm not asking you to try to guess and give your best. If you guess, that's fine. You can't remember stuff that doesn't exist in your mind, So it's fine if there's a question I ask that you can't help with, Was there a planned after party, or was there some kind of event or activity that members of your fraternity were going to do after that party?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. There wasn't an after party or a secondary. Hey.
Maybe go over to the the Whites, where I went later that night. That's usually how it goes, kind of.
Okay.
You go over there and hang out once the party gets shut down.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Give me, when did you find out what had happened?
That next day, came running in, and was I think it was 12 o'clock the next day.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ethan was unresponsive, and I was like, what? And I up and everyone was, yeah.
Sure. Did you know, how well did you know Xana?
Pretty well.
Okay. How about Maddie and Kaylee?
I didn't know Maddie and Kaylee as well as I knew the other two.
Would you describe yourselves as like friends, close friends, associates, or just kind of like, how would that go?
Like Maddie and Kaylee, I'd see them and say hey every once in a while, but we never really sat down and had like a long conversation and like hung out. Okay.
And would it be fair to say that you knew Xana because you were pretty close with Ethan? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I knew. Well, last year we hung out, like a couple of us, bunch of us Civic guys. We used to go over to her old house where she used to live, and we hung out there all the time with them.
Okay. So I know you didn't know Maddie and Kaylee as well. Did Xana seem, did she seem pretty happy most of the time? Like, did she like where she was living? Did she like her phase of the relationship? How would you describe her, just like personality wise and stuff as a whole?
She was great.
Yeah.
Like she never ceased to like not put a smile on your face. She always seemed like, same with Ethan. Like I never saw those two in like a bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
But they were just like grumpy. They're always had a smile on their face.
Sure. Just kind of like the life of the party people, always made you feel better kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did Xana have any? Did she have any previous relationship? Not with Ethan, but did she have like any previous relationship drama, or were there any like exes or something that were kind of like a problem, or that went to the university that was just kind of ended on a bad note, or anything like that you know of?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. Did you and you did you know Xana before she started dating Ethan?
I did, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. How long before, I guess, did you know her?
Since I got to college.
Okay. Did she ever have a boyfriend before Ethan?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. And as that group as a whole, I guess, did you know their other two roommates?
Yeah.
Okay. Who were they? And how, I guess, how often would you go over to that place and hang out? Like pretty frequently, or like not very much, or what do you think?
I mean, like every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like I'd say like probably once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks.
Okay. How often did they kind of like host the party?
Pretty often. Maybe like, once every 2 weeks, maybe once a week.
And obviously when I'm saying this, like I'm kind of meaning like a legit house party, you know, like the big one of the area or something like that. Is that fair to say? Like that was the place to be, or what?
Every once in a while they had like a bunch of people over there, but like a lot of times it was just kind of chill.
Okay.
And hang out.
On a typical party that they would have over there, how many people do you think would usually go to that? And I know it varies, like, and people come and go throughout the night, but I guess what would like just an average number to throw out would be?
Probably like 50, 60 people.
On like an average kind of just night, like an average party, if they're hosting?
Yeah.
Okay. As like, obviously, because the 5 girls live there and Ethan obviously crashed there quite a bit, I guess, how would you describe that group of people in that house as a whole, like all 6 of them? Were they like did they get along pretty well? Was there kind of some weird issues that you know of, or was like, you know what I'm saying? What was your read on everything?
That my read on everything seemed fine, like that I know of, to the best of my knowledge. They all seem to get along pretty well.
Yeah. Did
I mean, all those people are really nice people. Like, I could see them. I mean, I didn't know Maddie or that as well, but
sure.
They but the other four,
yeah,
I knew pretty well, and they were all really nice people. So.
Did you know Beth pretty well?
I know Beth pretty well.
How long have you known her?
Since I got to college.
So, like, help me. Was that about a year and a half ago? Is that?
Yeah, year
right.
And a half
Okay.
ago.
And dude, if I get something wrong, you got to correct me. Like I've talked to a lot of people, so I'm trying not. That's why I ask so many kind of like repeat questions, because I just want to make sure I'm not writing down the wrong stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, you could ask better questions. Okay, so I just wanted to break in here because the officer was asking about Xana specifically, and I don't know which way, honestly, to go on Tim here and who he was trying to hide. Like, was it Xana? Like, who had that comment? The more that you listen to it, yeah, starting to think he was evasive. So a big one. Okay. A big one. He met Xana right away. Soon as he started college, I met Xana and Ethan, and he hung out with them at the Shark Tank. Like, those kids were, it seemed from what we've heard about Xana, previously living at the Shark Tank house. They were always there hanging out. And we know from other interviews that it was Pete Elgoriaga, who's a Sigma Chi, Ethan, and we know that Xana dated Pete, right? We've heard Pete's interview, and then he said, hey, this is Pete I'm talking about. In Pete's interview, they were talking about, well, now she's dating Ethan. He's like, yeah, Xana and I had a talk about it. We're adults. We don't need to have hard feelings, right? So that's all open air. Everybody would know. Tim here says, nope, Xana didn't have any boyfriends. Xana didn't have any boyfriends before Ethan. Now, maybe that depends on how you describe a boyfriend. Like, were Xana and Pete never really official? It seemed like it was based on Pete's interview. Hudson hung out there as well. Interesting. But Tim here knows nothing about that. Okay. He doesn't know Maddie and Kaylee either. Nobody knows Kaylee, right? Nobody knows Kaylee. This officer was asking all about parties. All about parties. Yes, G Bean. What am I missing? What does that mean? Oh, that's your thinking. That's your thinking. I got you. Instead of you wanted Kim. Gotcha. The officer's asking all about parties. But you know what the officer didn't ask? Was there a party at 1122 that night? I haven't heard any officer ask that. Was there a party at 1122 that night? They need to ask that. They should have asked that, because according to Tim here and other people, when the Sigma Chi party ends, they all go like hang out, right? Someone said that some of them went over next door to the AGR fraternity. Some of them go to the whites. Do some of them go to 1122? I don't know. You know, it kind of makes sense that if Bethany and Dylan were down at Kennedy's house and they head back to 1122 because they know everybody's going to be gathering there, perhaps. I'm just speculating, but they didn't ask. They didn't ask that question. You're trying to find out about that house.
Yeah.
So, okay. Did Beth have a boyfriend?
Yeah, or more specifics about the whites parties. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree.
Did you know, did Beth have like an ex or something? And how well did you know Dylan?
Wait, what did he just ask? Sorry, I want to hear this question.
Give me one sec. Just
Let me hear this.
and how well did you know Dylan?
How well did you know Dylan?
Did you know did Beth have like an ex or something?
Did Bethany have an ex or something? Can't hear the answer to that.
Did you know Dylan?
Did you know Dylan?
Give me one sec. Just was there ever, like, I know how parties go. It's been a while since college, but you know, like 10 years, I guess. But like, I know they're not always like, shit happens when people drink, right? So like and that's normal and like kind of expected, you know. But was there ever an instance where something happened to where it was like, I guess, kind of uncomfortable, or to where there was maybe some beef that started from it, or essentially it was kind of like, oh shit, this is real? Like, do you remember anything like that ever happening at one?
Question here about interviewing Kaylee's friends. They interviewed Kayla Newen. We've had that interview for a long time. She was a Alpha Phi. I don't remember who else was Kaylee's friend. Let me know in the chat. Who else did they interview that was Kaylee's friend? I mean, Jack Decor.
One of those at one of the parties at that house there?
I do not know.
House there.
What was this question?
There was maybe some beef that started from it, or happened, you know. But so like, I know they're not always like, shit happens when people drink, right? So like and that's normal and like kind of expected, you know. But was there ever an instance where something happened to where it was like, I guess, kind of uncomfortable, or to where there was maybe some beef that started from it, or essentially it was kind of like, oh shit, this is real. Like, do you remember anything like that ever happening at one of the parties at that house there?
I do not know. Every time I went, it seemed like a good time. So.
Okay. Was there ever, I guess, with that group of friends there, is there anyone you can think of that maybe, I don't know, tried to be part of the group or tried to go to a party and
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Debbie Mellon. And hello, by the way. Glad to see you. I addressed that earlier. I don't know if you were listening. Like this officer is just crossing the line to be too friendly, with Tim here, and like losing the opportunity to be a little bit more authoritative to get better answers, in my opinion. And like your example, using language like that, right? Just inappropriate.
they just didn't like fit, or they just weren't the type.
Also, Tim's answers here contradict what other people have said, that there have been some issues at the house with fighting, things like that.
And they weren't really that welcome.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. Not just as the people who live there, but like as kind of the regular crew that would party over there. Was there ever anybody who showed up that was like, dude, that guy, yeah, he ain't coming back here or something, or she should not come back to the party here. Like, that's just going to be drama and trouble. Is there any individual you can think of where that was kind of a thing?
No.
Okay.
They were like always super nice about that type of stuff. So
pretty.
I don't think they were ever like, you can't come back. Like, I don't think that was a thing. But to my knowledge, I don't know. Maybe there was.
Yeah, sure. And I get that, man. I'm just asking what you can, I'm just asking what you know or can remember. Yeah. So it sounds like you obviously knew Ethan and Xana really well. You didn't know Maddie and Katie that well, but Beth a little bit more. You'd met Dave, I guess. Is there anybody you can think of, or any group or any person that would do something like this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Does anybody that's associated with the circle kind of stand out to you as even just like, hey, that guy's kind of weird, right? She's got a screw loose, or like,
thank you, Hanky.
That guy's got something wrong upstairs. Anything like that come to mind?
No.
Okay.
All right, wait a minute. Someone said, listen here. Let's listen.
Got something wrong upstairs. Kind of weird, right? She's got a screw loose, or like, that guy's got something wrong upstairs. Anything like that come to mind?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I hear the whispering. Listen, you guys. And okay. No one type in Discord right now because it keeps blinking. Oh, here, I'll just close it. I'm going to close Discord. Okay. So listen, you'll hear the whispering.
Come to mind?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, I'll just make sure I have all my stuff on you real quick.
I can't tell if the whispering might be on the police officer's side, because they're whispering numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like they're whispering numbers. I think it's somebody with the officers. Here, I'll play it again. Yep, she's saying numbers. I think it's someone with the officers.
She's got a screw loose or like that guy's got something wrong upstairs. Anything like that come to mind?
No.
Okay. Give me,
No.
all right, I'll just make sure I have all my stuff on you real quick. Dude, I know it's been a long phone call. I appreciate you sticking with it, man. I know it's not easy, but this helps us put all this stuff together.
Maybe they were looking up, like, I don't know. He told that they asked about the whites, and he didn't know one of the person's phone numbers. It could have been a phone number. Tell Kim that. Well, how can you tell for sure it's his girlfriend? Gotta go back. She says, good. All right. Tell me how far back. So I'm going to go before this part. Is it when they were talking about the fighting? Do I need to keep going back? Right here. Five more seconds. All right.
Dude, that guy, yeah, he ain't coming back here or something, or she should not come back to the party here. Like, that's just going to be drama and trouble. Is there any individual you can think of where that was kind of a thing?
No.
Okay.
They were like always super nice about that type of stuff. So
Pretty.
I don't think they were ever like, you can't come back. Like, I don't think that was a thing. Or to my knowledge, I don't know. Maybe there was.
Yeah, sure. And I get that, man. I'm just asking what you can, I'm just asking what you know or can remember. So it sounds like you obviously knew Ethan and Xana really well. You didn't know Maddie and Katie that well, but Beth a little bit more. You'd met, I guess. Is there anybody you can think of, or any group or any person that would do something like this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Does anybody that's associated with the circle kind of stand out to you as even just like, hey, that guy's kind of weird, or hey, she's got a screw loose, or like that guy's got something wrong upstairs? Anything like that come to mind?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, I'll just make sure I have all my stuff.
I didn't hear it.
Dude, I know it's been a long phone call.
If it was in there somewhere, I didn't hear it. I don't hear it. I only hear the whispering of numbers. So I don't know. Maybe someone can find a timestamp or something.
I appreciate you sticking with it, man. I know it's not easy, but this helps us put all the stuff together we need to work on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's all good.
Last thing, can I get your girlfriend's phone number?
I remember this was a long redaction. That's a long phone number.
Yeah.
Okay. Tim, I think that's all I got for you right now. Just because of like, there's a lot of information that we're collecting and people we're talking to and whatnot. So it's possible that I'll reach out to you again or that somebody else will. I know it's not easy. I really appreciate you talking to me though. And the more we can learn, the closer we get to figuring this all out, you know. And I know it sucks, man. I know on my own experiences, I know it sucks, you know. So I appreciate you talking to me, man. We might reach out to you later. Obviously, it won't be tonight. So unless you got anything else for me or anything you think that I should know or that would be helpful, man, I'll let you go.
Yeah, no, I wish I did, man. I wish I did.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for chatting, Tim.
Yeah.
All right. See you.
Bye.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Just did not seem very like Eminem could rhyme a lot of words with redactions. Right. Yeah, I don't know. You guys think? I did not hear the good. That doesn't mean it's not there. I just wasn't able to hear it. Why would she say good when he says no? He knows for sure. I don't know. Okay, so there's some curious things about Tim. So let's look at this one. And supposedly, let me see. Should be this. Share this tab. Okay. This is Latah County Sheriff Richard Skiles, and it says State of Idaho versus Brian Christopher Koberger. And let's see, Ada County Court. And I, Richard Skiles, Sheriff of Latah State, state that the above described documents were delivered to me for service on the 25th day of June, 2025. This was a month, this was June. Brian accepted the plea deal on what, July 2nd? Was it 2025 or 2020? Yeah, it's been a year. So this July was a year. So July of 25. So June 25th was a week before Brian's plea deal. I hereby certify that after due search and diligent inquiry, I am at this time unable to serve the above described documents in the above entitled matter upon Timothy A. DeWulf. I'll do it with headphones, Krista. I don't have headphones on right now, so that'll probably make a big difference. Sorry. You guys, Tim they were trying to serve what does this say? A subpoena. They were trying to subpoena him. Did they want him to come in for an in-person interview? Said persons cannot be found within the county of Latah. Okay. So it looks like they tried to serve him from June 25th to the 27th because this is on the 27th. This is very telling. Oh, Ann Taylor. Did Ann Taylor want to speak to Tim DeWulf? Ann Taylor was trying to speak to Tim DeWulf. Anne wanted him on the stand. She might have wanted to speak to him like before also. Oh, you think they were trying to serve him for trial? Could they just not find him, or was he avoiding them? Oh, wait, here we go. Comments. Original return of service filed to Ada County Court. Copy of return of service sent to attorney. Witness now lives blank. So they just did not go outside of Latah County. I wonder what county Boise's in. I wonder if he's in Boise. Let me see. All right, before I have something to check for his address, possibly, but let's see this. Oh, wait, he was also subpoenaed in Washington. Let's look at this one. Wait, that's the same one. This is the same one. Why does it say Washington? Not found. Not found. He's at Chris O'Flaherty's house at Washington. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm just kidding. What is this? Washington courts. Oh, I'll have to do some digging around in here. Interesting. Okay. All right. So let me show you this. Boise is in Ada County. Thank you. Oh, yeah, the Ada County Courthouse was in Boise. But wait, where were they looking? Were they looking in Latah or Ada? Ada County. Ada County Court. It said persons cannot be found within the county of Latah. They were looking in Latah County. He's in, or he maybe, I'm just asking if he was in Boise, that would be Ada County. I don't know where he lived though. All right, let me show you. Oh, we want this. Oh, it's not showing up. I just have a couple more things to show that are important. Getting it to share. No, this. Okay. This is Tim's. This should be Tim's report. I hope I got the right one. Let's look. Okay, so it says witness 1. Let me get this nice and bright for you guys. Witness 1. And okay, November 18th. Acquaintance. Witness 2. This person was in Meridian. Oh, the girlfriend. The girlfriend. Witness 3. Okay. On November 18th, 2022, at approximately 18:06 hours, and this kid sounded like he just woke up from a dead sleep. but this was 6 o'clock in the evening. Interviewed blank by phone at blank. Oh, there was a woman there, you guys. ISP trooper Kristen Noah. So there was a woman with the guy on the phone and was present during the phone call. The phone call was recorded. Wait a minute. This report details the phone interview with maybe Tim. This report also contains summaries from interviews with 2 other people who were with Tim on the night of, so probably Jaden and Trent. Those summaries are documented in summary or supplement 52. Though I hope this is Tim. This might be Trent. Let me see. Yeah, this is Tim. It was reported to me that Tim had text conversations with Ethan Chapin the night of the incident, but Tim denied that. Okay, there's a red flag for you. Red flag for you. Wait till I see Discord, G Bean. Blank had been in the blank as Chapin, Sigma Chi fraternity as Chapin for a year and a half. Described Chapin as one of his best friends, you guys. Tim lived in an apartment at Sigma Chi. His roommates are, we know they're Jaden Shepard, Trent Gwynn, blank, blank, and blank, unknown number. Blank was present with Chapin at the lodge as Sigma Chi, but they didn't really have much contact. Tim specifically said he was off doing his own thing and hanging out with his girlfriend. When I asked who his girlfriend was, Tim paused and said, I don't really feel comfortable answering these questions. I don't know. I asked Tim if there was any reason why. He replied, I don't know, like out of respect of Ethan. I don't know, like, okay. And then he says the name is my girlfriend. I'll just answer the questions. After that, Tim seemed more forthcoming with information. And G Bean is saying, wait, you know who else was doing their thing? Reed. Oh, I'll have to listen to that one. Sarah, you think this is the most difficult report to read on purpose? Well, I'm glad they put this in here because this was silenced in the audio. But they put it in writing. So that's good. That's good. So I think who would be a girlfriend that would affect Ethan? I think it's only Maisie Chapin or Xana Kernodle. I don't know who else would affect Ethan. Tim and Blank were at Sigma Chi most of the night. Blank went to bed early. Well, Maisie said she went to bed early. We need Madison Kennedy's interview. We need Madison Kennedy's interview. Let's see what she says. So his girlfriend went to bed early, and then he went to the White's apartments. He went there with, like, why wouldn't the girl go with him? Why wouldn't his girlfriend go with him? Did she sleep in his bed? Did she go to bed early in his bed at Sigma Chi? Or did she go home? Is she in a sorority? Where does his girlfriend live? Did they ask any of those questions? No, they did not ask any of those questions. And then, you know, he's going to the Whites, which is really suspicious because you had a quadruple homicide happen sometime between 3 and 4 a.m., 3 and 5 a.m., 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. to be very general. And he's out and about and at the Whites, and there's a bunch of people at the Whites. He does not go to bed until 5 a.m. 5 a.m. He did not. There are some things I got to go back through it, but he contradicted Pete Elgoriaga being Xana's ex. He didn't want to say anything about Xana's boyfriends. He didn't want to talk about his girlfriend. He doesn't know when Ethan left the party. But he's Ethan's good friend. I don't know, just interesting. All right, anything else in here that we could not hear? I think the rest of this was in the interview. Let me just double check. Oh, also in this report are Trent and Jaden. Their interviews are also in here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Maisie went home early, but Maisie, like, we're not allowed to hear Maisie's interview. I'll have to look at her, if there's a written one, what her written one says, but Maisie was upset that night. So we've got, where did I start to put this? Here. So let's think about what we learned. Whoops, I got to pull this up. What we learned from Tim. So Tim DeWulf has a girlfriend. He's hanging out with her that night. He doesn't feel comfortable saying her name. A lot of you in chat are saying there's tons of pictures with him and Madison Fitzgerald. He didn't want to talk about his girlfriend because it would upset Ethan. So I don't think that matches Madison. So who would that be? So Maisie was upset that night. Maisie went to the formal with Ethan. Is that normal? Did she go to the formal with Ethan like at the last minute? I mean, I know they're close, but I wonder if that's typical. Like, would they always go to the formals together? Thanks, Brian Todd. Right. Do you think that Ethan was always supposed to be her date to the Betty Ball? Or was Tim supposed to be her date to the Betty Ball? Did Tim go to the Betty Ball? Did Maisie have a breakup? Maybe with Tim. It looks like Tim DeWulf was on Anne's witness list because there was a subpoena out for him that he did not apparently answer. They couldn't find him. And then the thing about Xana, I'm only bringing up Xana because Xana would affect Ethan. Okay. Maisie would affect Ethan. Those are the only two females that I can think of that would affect Ethan. And we know Xana, she kept sneaking off. I don't know if it's sneaking off. I'm just calling it that. She kept going to Kennedy Fitzgerald's. Was Xana trying to find out about Madison Fitzgerald by going down to Kennedy's? Could Xana have been trying to find out? G-Bean had the idea, what if Tim, we're just speculating here, trying to figure this out. What if Tim was dating Maisie, but he's cheating with, or maybe they broke up and he starts seeing Madison Kennedy. And Xana went to Kennedy Fitzgerald's house twice that day. Twice. But then you also have Ethan getting the text that you're getting cheated on. I don't know. The only thing that makes me think they're not getting cheated on is because Xana and Ethan ended up back at home together. They ended up back at home together. So I don't know. This is a curious one. This is a curious person in this whole thing. I don't think any of this means he committed the crime. I do not at all. But why are these interviews, the students who are getting interviewed, they seem to be just not forthcoming. And it could just be because of embarrassing information. I don't want embarrassing information to get out. I don't know. I mean, we could think that text was BS, or we could think it was real until we have a way to prove it or disprove it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there behavior-wise, there's a lot of stuff in this case to look at. Did Tim go to the ball? Did you guys answer that? Yeah, I got to think this through and see what I can find. So, oh, I hope you were able to follow it here, Juror 13. Thank you. It's really helpful to put the reports, if you have them, with the interviews, because like I said, sometimes things get left out. What was in the quotation name that sent the text again with the correct spelling? Oh, Erica Anthony, right? No, just Erica. Just Erica with a K. Erica with a K. Juror 13, he was. Okay, let me. Oh, that's the wrong one. Looking at my wrong notebook here. Oh, where did I think I saved it. Hold on, I'm trying to find a little clip real quick. All right. No, we don't want that. We want this. There we go. Oh, and I will tell you guys real quick with the poll results. So I asked you guys, who do you think was with Tim that night, Maisie or Xana? And 68% of you said Maisie. So I don't know. I mean, people would say, why do you care? Why are you talking about that? Well, why can't Tim just answer it? Why is it an issue? Why couldn't Tim just answer it? Right? Discord link coming up, although I closed it, but let me see. I can get it open real fast. So the quote says, Jimothy, our new little temporary mascot we got over here. Jimothy, being different is my superpower. So we are all different, and use your difference to have a superpower, you guys. Finding the link as soon as Discord opens up. And right here. Here you go. All right. I am the user. Why won't it pin it? That? I don't know. I don't know why it's not letting me pin. So I put the Discord link in the chat. Please come on over and join us. I think we had 12 new people join us over there yesterday. It was amazing. Sharing lots of information over there. I have been in Discord before, so is there a code to get back in? Yeah, click that link. It'll open up Discord. It'll take you to our Discord channel. And then don't get overwhelmed. It's just a big, long list of different topics. It's like a category, and then I call them tabs, but they're like titles underneath. It's just a great big giant chat room. You click on, some of them are just to look at. Okay. So some of the channels are for where we put resources, and you might not be able to type in there, but you would be able to find documents. But a lot of them are interactive. Like most of them, just click it and see what everybody's saying. You can scroll up and you can read everything and respond and talk to each other. And we have a million different topics in there, like just personal stuff to get to know each other. It's pretty fun. So yeah, this community is amazing. I love everybody that is showing up every day and sharing with me, talking to each other. It's wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to go check out what is happening with the David Anthony Burke preliminary hearing today. I did a lot on that. A few. I did some episodes on that one. So if you want to get caught up, if you're not familiar with that case, go back and look for my lives that have D4VD on the thumbnail. And I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to go live early. So I'm going to go live at 11 a.m. Eastern time. I have to hold myself to it, because I told you I got to take my car in and I have to drive 45 minutes away to the dealership. So, I'm going to be on from 11 to 1 tomorrow. Appointments at 2. So if there's no new interviews, I have already gone through Leah Larkin's DNA stuff, and I have a lot of resources for that. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. We will see. Ham and cheese, Sammy. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Very kind.
Clock it. So I gotta say thank you. Clock it.
You have a great day. I love that name, Ham and Cheese Sammy. All right, you guys, I'm going to clock out for now, but have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow early. Bye.
Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Subscribe, it's free and keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. That could be unique, yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. It's free, it keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. Yeah, that's you and me, that's you and me. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear.